I told you I was brain dead.
Now we're live. And look
Commercials
there.
without being live. That's where we were, Stefan.
Now we're doing it.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're watching Tanner's Haunted Secrets
on the Outline Network. What they say.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a secret sound hidden deep within the center of the earth. Until you listen closely enough, you can hear it. And it sounds like razors through flesh. We are merely here to turn up the volume.
Well,
Hey, everybody.
hello, and welcome. Our corner of the freak show.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure technical difficulties left and right tonight, but you know what? We're here.
We are definitely here.
And-
as here as we're going to do that, right?
Yeah. So let me go ahead and open up this wonderful show floor here. And we all know Friday's sometimes here more than I am. Congratulations. You should now be the host. We do have Dr. Raz T Slasher, but
Hey,
he's going to sit in a special seat tonight, but not as special as a seat as Bear. Bear, you got a better seat than all of us here, buddy. Look at that.
Yeah, we'll
that's
go
his
with
throne.
And tonight we are going to talk about everything that is Hell's Dungeon, because Hell's Dungeon opens this Saturday. And you know what? I know everybody's like, well, it's Friday the 13th, but Hell's Dungeon wanted to open up on Saturday the 14th. Let everybody have their fun on the 13th. And you know what? It's okay, because some of us just might be going out on the 13th to go celebrate Friday the 13th at a different haunt.
That's what we're thinking about
be
doing,
at a haunt
honestly.
and see us.
Yeah, we're talking about wanting to get people together and go and give our love and support to the haunt community, to other haunts that night. And also, we're doing a big charity event with United Way earlier that day. So, like, we're using that day to benefit our community and our haunt families. So that's what we decided to do on the 13th instead.
Awesome. That's really great, because I know I came to visit you the one day, and some of the people from the United Way was down there talking to you guys, and I'm really glad that down there in Dayton, United Way is not hesitant to come and talk to some of the haunts about different things. And you know what? Me being from a charity haunt, boy, do I talk to a lot of people that would love to have us do stuff. But haunts sometime are a tabooed subject. But that's why we have Channer's Haunted Secrets.
It's really tough. And we just started talking to an amazing organization called Have a Gay Day. about working with them exclusively as well for our Pride Night at the end of the month, and for raising money and things for their Christmas charity. So we just started working on that yesterday and today, and we're very excited to announce that as well. We're having the biggest community and charity year we've ever had, which is something that we've really been wanting to do for a long time. And just this is a year where everything seems to be falling together where we need them to be. So we're super excited about it.
Well, I'm glad about that because I'll tell you what, this seems to be a year that has been falling apart for me. But you know what? I'm really excited to see what Hell's Dungeons got cooked up this year. And I know that the Dear Bear, who plays Rufus, is excited because what's that?
Lord Rufus.
Oh, I said poor Rufus, but but yeah, I've had the pleasure of being around Bear, and he's a wonderful guy, and I'm always happy to see him. So to actually have him on the show, that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I know that you guys have been working so much down there. Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
But yeah, I just know that you guys have been constantly, and you also allow our Chainer family to be part of your family. And we're excited that when we get a chance and we get all of our scenes built and we can come possibly play. And, that was one of the possibilities, but things are just a little behind this year.
Yeah. But, you guys always have a home here, too. You're a family. We didn't let you be part of our family. You just are part of our family. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah. And you don't always make me cook and clean.
Right. Not always, just sometimes. Bear will tell you the same thing. Everybody
Bear,
here cooks or at some point, or lifts things, or does something.
Yeah. Bear don't like my cooking, though.
Oh, that's bullshit. I'm all cooking. Get your shit.
No one could roll in the meatballs.
Yeah, I like April's balls. They're delicious.
Oh. Yeah. So, Raz, I'm going to turn this over to you because I want to hear everything with Hell's Dungeon. And, I haven't seen you for a while, so, we like to joke around in the beginning, but we got a show to do, Raz. Let's talk about Hell's Dungeon because, man, I've seen a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, man. So, I wanted to do things a little bit differently today because I'm usually the only one on here talking about it. We've had Fred, and we got a lot of people. Matt's here. He's waiting to step up and talk a little bit later. We got some other people. I really want to make today a focus on the other people that you guys know what to talk to. So I wanted to let you guys ask Bear some questions about, his opinion on haunting and his character and his scene because that's what I want to do. I want to some spotlight on our people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So ask him all the questions you want, guys. Anything. He's good at improv too, so fuck with him.
So Friday, I'm going to let
Bear.
you have at him first.
Okay, because my other questions for him as Raz is the haunt actor, but since we're starting with Bear, you have started as Lord Rufus, but what was your original OC character?
So when I first started haunting, I actually played a stuffed bear called Stuffy. So I went and got a giant stuffed bear costume, gutted it, and then put blood all over it, teeth, all that lovely stuff. And I'd run up to people in public and bear hug them. Scare the shit out of them. It was always fun.
That is amazing. Was that your only character?
No, I've had a few more characters. I had a clown named Jolly. Jolly did not have a high-pitched laugh. He had a low-pitched laugh, and he had a fanny pack full of Jolly Ranchers. So anytime I'd see somebody, I would just chuck one at somebody.
And please tell me you chased him down and said, "Do you have diabetes?"
So I have made a diabetes joke one or two times. So there was a little kid talking shit to me one day, and I grabbed a handful and I said, "Diabetes," and threw it at him. His mom was not happy.
Well, let me just ask this. what got you started in the haunted house industry?
So at a young age, I was always fascinated with horror movies. I remember watching Jeepers Creepers. Remember seeing Halloween at my grandma's house. I adore Halloween. A lot of the Paranormal Activity movies came out when I was younger. So being encapsulated in all of that, and just, and not to mention, we've got Foy's and we've got JC's Haunted House. We have quite a few haunted houses around here that I had the pleasure of knowing people who worked at, or, growing up around there. So it was just, I was kind of just submersed into the industry itself.
Which, it's really great when you have like a wonderful support system around it. I had somebody a while back look at me and ask me, what kind of torture am I putting my daughter through for her to realize everything is not what we portray? And I told them, I said, have you ever seen a Disney princess walk down the street? Because I can't do that to my kid either. So, I'm going to ask a couple things. Number one, what keeps you going?
What keeps you haunt-wise?
What brings you back every single year to not just the industry, but what keeps you set tight with Hell's Dungeon?
I think it's the free hand jobs. That's what I think he's.
No, it's when Raz pulls his teeth out and gives me the blowjobs. It's like a gummy bear going to town on me.
Oh, it is, man.
Very cool.
And I hum the theme to the Gummy Bears Disney cartoon and everything. It's an experience.
Yeah, I can't help myself. No, what keeps me coming back is, I've worked in quite a few haunts, and a lot of the times it's drama, and it's not like family drama. Family drama you can get over, you can talk to people, you can figure solutions to it, and that's what Hell's Dungeon is. It's a family. It always has been. I would like to say that I've taken on a big brother role to a lot of the kids in the haunt. A lot of them look at me as somebody to protect them and somebody to come to for advice, and that's what keeps me going is knowing that people want to learn, people want to take my advice, and people also want to teach me and show me things that I haven't seen before. So, and also it's always fun to scare people, especially when they're talking shit before the haunt. We've all had it once or twice before where they come in talking shit and, they're the first one on the floor peeing themselves. So.
Yeah, it's what happened to that girl that was talking shit last year, and she found out who Rachel was.
That's okay. Raz probably remembers this one. We had a group of 12 teenagers coming in talking shit, and I jumped off the stage, and they fell over like a stack of dominoes.
Oh, yeah.
That is epic.
I remember that.
When did you have this is the moment? This is what I need to be doing.
When it came to haunting, I'm a very big guy, and a lot of the times we see big guys on the horror screen. Really, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, Jeepers Creepers was a big creature. We see a lot of that. So I've always felt a special connection to them. When it comes to being Rufus and that character itself, and why I feel so connected to it is because, I'm very good at scaring people. I'm very good at jump scares. I would like to say I'm a very well-rounded haunt actor, but a lot of the time people ignore the fact that I'm very quick on my feet and I'm very good at talking. So when you have a character that you can express yourself both in a verbal and a physical manner, it just makes everything better, especially when you're well equipped to do both.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Well, I see that Stefan popped in here, and
Steven.
he's Steven. Jesus Christ.
Every single person does it because of the pH.
It's all right, Stefan.
Hey, that technically, if you look at my Facebook name, that's my name.
We have a Stefan in our chat
Yeah.
too, though. That's Stefan Lear. Stefan and Steven.
So Steven, I see that you popped in, and you know what? I'm really glad to have you come in here because I don't think you've ever been in one of these episodes of these shows, right?
I have not.
Oh.
I think I mostly do
so
my
happy
show
to
on
see you.
here, and then I do the wrestling show with Raz and Matt.
Yeah, Matt'll be here in a second too.
Well, that's awesome. So I'm going to throw a question towards you, Steven.
Okay.
And so, what is your favorite scare that you've done at Hell's Dungeon?
At Hell's Dungeon? Wow.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff really wasn't scares. It was basically entertaining people in the elevator until we started to do the quote descent. But when we did the descent, when I would just go from straight making people laugh, being smart ass, all that stuff, to like maniacal serial killer type demon that when the strobe hit, and I could do, needless to say, I think everybody who's watched the video, Raz knows I can, and Bear knows I can do this stare where I can stare at you dead eyed for at least 2 minutes straight. And I would just literally stare at people and just walk right up on them. But I started timing the strobe light to a point where it would blink and like blind them, go off, and then by the time it came back on again, I'd be right in their face, and it would drop people to the ground like almost 9 times out of 10. So I mean that was probably the best thing that my favorite scares from last year. Like I said, I really wasn't the pop out or anything like that in the elevator because you could see me the entire time.
And I know there was one time I walked in there. I think there was a girl that was working there, and she would hit the floor and this and that, and then all of a sudden, as soon as everything would calm down, she'd be go, "Well, if you survived, enjoy your day." And I can't remember who was in there that day.
I think Avery was in there at one point, wasn't she? Like the girl in the one in the chains, for like reverse night or something, or
No, that was Brooke.
Brooke
was in there once, and Matt was in there once.
Okay. When you're like going through and this and that, almost every character bounces back and forth, and you try remembering who was where and why, unless it was the one that tried talking smack to the monkey.
Yeah.
Where did you start hunting from?
I started I've been doing this since 1994 in my own yard. I was 16 years old, and in Virginia, it's literally like it is a ticketable offense if you were trick-or-treating over the age of like 13, 14. Luckily for me, I didn't look my age at the time, so I got to do it all the way till I was 16. The year 16, or when I turned 16 in 94, my mom said, "You ain't going trick-or-treating, you're staying home and handing out candy." I said, "All right, then I'm going to start fucking with people." But my first professional haunt would be the Hunt Club Haunted Hayride would be my second year. But they ran this one event at the Virginia Beach Amphitheater, which is like our big concert venue in that. In 2001, right after 9/11 and all that stuff, where I was in a 3D maze. They painted me up. And made me kind of look like I was 3D in a way because I have natural black hair. So I put I had this black like hooded robe, and I would put orange dye in my hair, like in the front. And when you looked at it in between that and my face, when you looked at it with the 3D glasses, I popped out like a 3D creature. So I just used it. People couldn't tell I was real or not, and then I would just move, and I had the whole maze to myself. One of the coolest things, though, that year is we had an Alice Cooper concert. He came to town, and I got to scare people backstage while he was on stage performing. So I mean, that's one of my best memories from there. But yeah, it would be the Virginia Beach Amphitheater. I cannot for the life of me remember what they called it because they only did it for like a year or two. And then from there, I went to the Hunt Club Haunted Hayride, and I was there for over 10 years.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
Yeah, I've done like the Nightmare. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Virginia Beach, Virginia or not, but I did the Nightmare Mansion on the Strip for 2 years. And then I did like on and off like different haunts in between Virginia and Ohio.
Now,
Yeah,
me
this
and
is-
Steven both just realized that we've both
That
been
is
doing this.
so.
We were talking about it, and then I'd realized that I'd been doing it for 30 years, and then Steven posted it. We were both like, "Holy shit, we're 30 years in, man!
Yeah, goes quick.
It's a long fucking time to be doing this, man."
And I wouldn't
It really
change it.
is.
Oh yeah, and to keep
I love
coming
doing it.
back.
That's the thing. We're trying to reignite Steven's passion this year. That's what this year's about for us. Him and I we're both getting a little older. We've both been doing this for a while, and him and I are having a tough time with it. So this is our year to figure our shit out and learn to love it as much as we always did again.
It's been a lot of
That is awesome.
outside stuff this year that's made me kind of fall out of it just a little bit, like real life situations basically. And I mean, I still love doing it, but it's like one of those things where I got to choose whether I can keep doing it or I got to deal with life, you know?
Right. And this is one of the reasons why
Unfortunately,
that's Bear as Rufus in the corset the other day, and I was hoping he was still on here when I showed it. So now I have to show it because he's not here. But this is some of the things we do behind the scenes for no reason.
I love it.
Tell you what, if I would fit in that, I'd try it too.
Yeah, like we do some silly shit. I love Steven's character this year. We moved him from the elevator. He is now the front runner of our show, which is cool because we had Bear, who's the very ending of our show pretty much, and you've got Steven, who's the beginning of our show now. And Steven's groundskeeper lays down what we call the ground rules. So now you have to watch a 4-minute video about our rules before you enter the haunt and even see Steven. But it's Steven doing the video also, so you're watching him on the screen and then you're going in for him to basically insult you are, which his act is absolutely fantastic. I personally absolutely love his act. And now he has lights in his room as of today too, so people can see.
Oh
his
damn!
face.
I'm getting all fancy now.
Oh, dude, yeah, it looks a lot now. We did that for you today. It looks good.
We had on Sunday. Apparently nobody told Fred, or Fred forgot. We're about to. He goes, okay, get the first group going. I'm like, one problem here. They can't see nothing for the first 3 scenes.
Those will have lights now.
Nice.
It was family and friends night. That's the night where you're supposed to fuck up and figure out
dude,
your bugs.
It worked because I had, they apparently, I don't know if they didn't see me or what, but they kept trying to go straight over to the next scene, and I'd have to yell at them. I was like, no, where are you going? Get back here. Do my thing, and then I'd send them on, and they would just, because he put like these bright white lights over in that next scene, everybody kept turning their head over that way, and I'm like, okay, the actor or the reject that's supposed to be in that scene has to come back in, so I got to distract these guys. So every time they looked over there, I just go, what are you doing? You're like 10 feet away from over there. No one's gonna jump out and go boo 10 feet away.
We moved the white lights out too, and there's nice green spots.
Ooh.
It's looking very beautiful, man. A lot of work's been going on last.
Yeah, I was trying to come up and take a look at it today, but life got in the way.
Oh, it's tough, man. Things are nuts this year.
Yeah.
No, I know Matt's going to join us in a minute, and a couple other people are considering it. But I wanted to let you guys hear something special. It's only about 2 minutes long. It's audio, so we'll just sit here and listen to it together. We have an actual theme song this year that I created. So, and we're letting everyone hear this for the very first time. This has only been heard by a couple people inside the haunt. So I thought that'd be fun. And then within about a week from now, we're going to have a full music video. But here's our official premiere of the Hell's Dungeon. Welcome to the Dungeon song. You guys hear it? I'm not sure how loud it is.
Come on.
Follow me into a world with no reprieve. Ancient evil lurks within. Watch the wheels of chaos spin. Welcome to the dungeon. The end of all you know. Welcome to the dungeon. Sit back and enjoy the show. Come on, children, don't be late. Rufus shall decide your fate. He'll take you all, dead or alive, and watch you struggle to survive. Welcome to the dungeon. The end of all you know. Welcome to the dungeon. Sit back and enjoy the show. Rufus shall decide your fate. He'll take you all, dead or alive, and watch you struggle to survive. We'll survive. We'll survive. Welcome to the dungeon. The end of all you know. Welcome to the dungeon. Sit back and enjoy the show.
So yeah, that's our theme song for the first time ever. Not a lot of haunts have theme songs. And, oh, it's trying to play again. Should I got turned off? I got it. There we go. All right. Yeah, we'll have an actual music video for that and within the next week. So we're excited about that. A lot of new ads. We also have a 30-second ad that's playing at the Inglewood Cinemas. Every single movie that gets played every day there, you'll see an ad for the dungeon and for Dungeon Darts. So we've been really excited about that. We've been getting a lot of good feedback there as well. So we're kind of exploding everywhere in a lot of different ways this year.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've been excited about Dungeon Darts ever since I heard about it, and I want to go there, and I just don't know when it's going to happen or anything like that. But I'll tell you, I want to go. And at a music festival I went to the other month, I got shot by gel, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it grabs your attention. Not as much as a paintball or a frozen paintball, but it does grab your attention, especially when it shoots you right in the earlobe.
Oh yeah.
But you guys at Dungeon Darts, you guys have the gel, and you guys have actual Nerf guns. So
We do have both of those things. Yes.
They want Grandpa back.
And Grandpa was a big hit last year.
Grandpa was all over the floor last year.
He was in the floor, in Matt's nose. He was in Jay's and Brooke's mouths.
Yeah.
Why, we do not know and do not want to know. But yeah, and now he's been in someone's ass apparently too.
Okay.
That's a whole other issue.
That's a new one.
Festival. Yeah, they Grandpa's he's a traveling man.
I do have two questions.
My camera's shutting out today.
Go ahead.
What? Okay. The first one is Steven. When or what was that? This is it. I gotta be a haunter moment when you started haunting.
We used to go through the haunted hayride before it was as big as it is now in Virginia. But if anybody from Virginia Beach will tell you, that is like the haunted attraction to go to. It's been the haunted attraction to go to since like 1992, I think. But we also had our Norfolk Botanical Gardens also put a haunt on. They did like a terror tram where you'd get on a tram and do all these scenes. And they really weren't more like, you go to the hayride, they're going to jump on the sides of the wagons. We were never allowed to jump in the wagons unless you were there like a seasoned veteran in that. I only ever got to jump in the wagons one season. and that's because I was in the tunnel. But they would jump on the wagons and scare you and everything like that. Whereas the Norfolk Botanical Gardens really did more of the entertaining. Like they did this one cool scene I remember, and I think this is actually what did it. They did Candyman, a scene for Candyman, but what they did was they had these two girls, two high school girls probably at the time. They started doing this pretend argument, and then they said Candyman 5 times, and this friggin' hand just busts through the wall, grabs one by the head, and slams it back into the wall. And like I said, this is like 92, 93, so the fact they were doing that back then is still pretty cool to me. And I think right then is when I decided I wanted to do something more, because I always loved Halloween. I loved trick-or-treating and that. I still remember to this day, my favorite thing was to come home after trick-or-treating and turn the Disney Channel on for Disney's Halloween Treat and Ichabod Crane. But again, at 16 years old, I wasn't allowed to do it no more. So I started messing with people. I built something in my backyard and just went from there, really.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, the first year, it wasn't the best. Don't get me wrong, but I still had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
To get you guys up a little bit, Jay is our grinder girl, aka Critter, from the videos you saw, like the skin girl. That was her last year and this year. And Meech was our bunny man in the prize area last year, who's been moved up to the ticket taker at the front of the freak show this year. I got to call out the positions as they pop out,
That is awesome. Thank you. And my other question is to both Raz and Pyle. How does one become a volunteer at a haunt? What do they got to do to get started?
That's easy for us.
Go ahead, man. I'll let you answer first. Go ahead.
Well, it's easy because what we do is we put it out there. All you got to do is make a phone call to us or email us or anything. And all you got to do is be interested in it. That's one of the things. I can't tell you you're going to like it. I can't tell you you're going to jump on there and just absolutely terrify everybody. But I can tell you I'm going to give you a shot, and I'm going to give you some good little lessons, and I'm going to give you some good advice. But the thing is, it is absolutely how far you want to take it. It is what you want to do with it. I can open the door and say, welcome. But when you are a haunter, be a paid haunter or be a volunteer haunter, it's what you make out of it. And if you say, hey, I want to make this scene, then I'm going to give you the opportunity to make the scene. But you also have to understand that you have to obey by some of the rules that the haunt has put into place.
Oh, yeah.
And that is one of the things that a lot of haunters struggle with, is because they think, oh, it's all creativity. It is creativity, but there are some rules. I mean, you can't have too many of one character. You can't have too many of this and that. And if you want it to something, and absolutely you want this to be something that's great for you, you have to take the time. You have to put the effort into it. So being a volunteer is not hard. What's hard is once you walk in that door, finding out what you're going to do, because that's where a lot of haunters struggle. They are like, okay, I'm here. What should I do? If you're going to be that person, I'm going to stick you on a drop panel really fast. If you look at me and say, okay, by the way, I was thinking of this. Okay, well, let's talk it out and let's change it a little bit. Okay, so that's not going to work because that is that area, and I don't want you to copy that area because I can't have it the exact same thing. And I go through it every single time. And no, not everybody can be a chainsaw operator. We have one person that just destroyed a weed whacker, a electric weed whacker, and then a motorized weed whacker. And I'm pretty sure that my drill has just bit it. And now If it's not a hand tool, he can't use. Still like the guy.
Yeah. You need another drill?
I got an extra drill. Thank goodness. We have spare tools, but we know how this is.
I know. We got a bunch of extra drills now. He just got a bunch more. Hey, what's up, Rylan?
How's it going, guys?
Rylan just joined us this year. It's his first year with us. Not his first year as a hunter, just his first year with us.
Okay. So,
That's
Raz,
awesome.
I'm going to let you answer this. I'll let you answer that question there.
What question?
About volunteers.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, the way to be a volunteer here is just to show up, man. Honestly, you hear about us, send us some messages on Facebook. You can go to our website, experiencethedungeon.com. Honestly, most people end up being volunteers here because they come through and they love the place or they know someone. That's it. They come talk to us, and if they've got some acting experience, we get them in there. We try them out. We give them a shot. We see what they're into. It's that simple. We do orientation. We actually have something new we did. I'm actually about to link this in the chat. I don't know how to do this the best way, so I'm just going to do it like this. This year, I made a public YouTube page for Hell's Dungeon. We're going to start putting our ads and our music video on it. But first, I actually put 2 of our most important acting classes. We turn them into like really fun videos that have gag reels at the end to teach people the basics of what haunting is and jump scares. So that's something we offered for free for everybody, for every haunter. Anyone can use that stuff and incorporate it.
Even as not a super experienced hunter, but a hunter that's been doing it for long enough, those videos were honestly really helpful. I would recommend any other hunter if someone came up to me and was like, hey, you got any advice? Those videos.
They were super fun to make too, and they're hilarious to watch. The third one's not a comedy video. It's got a link to a character sheet for hunters that I created to help you with backstory. That's our optional fun thing because a lot of people like to really get into shit. But our first 2 videos are all about the fun stuff and the jump scares and the timing and things like that. And that's definitely even I'm going to find myself going back to every year because I'm the one that came up with the concept and had it done. But at the same time, even I need refreshers when I go in there sometimes. Doesn't matter how long you've been doing it.
So I will tell you, number one of our hunters sat there when she was going through and saying, hey, this is what I'm thinking about my area. I said, pull up your Facebook. And she goes, okay, we found your video because I actually put it in our group. And I said, watch this. And she watched it. And she goes, I really like that. I said, yeah. And she goes, I really like it that there is a fuzzy dog that says things like, I want to pee on your tree.
I want to piss in your yard. Matt will talk about that when he gets on because he's the one that did that shit.
But yeah, absolutely. It's a great tool to use.
So, welcome, Rylan.
Hey,
how long have you been a hunter?
So I actually did a few years at the caves. I did that and then didn't like the.
Now Jenny's from Texas, so you're gonna have to explain where the caves are a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the caves is actually it's in a town called Lewisburg. It's actually a really unique haunt for what it is. It's very big. There's many different scenes and sections and so much different. It comes from so much different things and places. And the mindset of the director of that haunt it amazes me. Just walking through there as a former haunter of that place is wow. These, and they all have stories, but I played the devil for a couple years and I loved it there. And then things went downhill and I went through Hell's Dungeon last year as a spectator and just a regular person. And it was probably one of the greatest haunts saying that now, even this year, we're making improvements from what I saw last year. So this is my first year at Hell's Dungeon, but I love it.
And I gotta say, we've been super lucky this year, especially with Rylan. Rylan's came in. He's doing more work around here than people that have been here for 5 years. So he's come in. He's given a lot of people a boost, like a heart boost. He's in here. He's excited. He's pumping us older folks up a lot more when he's in here. He's getting us excited all over again. It's been great to have him here, man. To be honest, it's great. And we can't. He's so secret. We can't even tell you where he is in the haunt. He actually is our only secret character in the haunt this year. It's a new thing. One of the many new things we're doing this year. So you will not know until you're here, and then trust me, you'll never forget it.
I will say my only goal as a haunter, like I said, is just be part of the family, have a great time, and make memories for people. If you're not sending people out the door, making memories, and oh my gosh, that was a great haunt, or that guy, that was a good scare, or just got to do your job as a hunter. And I feel like not enough people nowadays. I mean, there are definitely a lot of people at Hell's Dungeon that love what they do and enjoy it for what it is. But if you're not doing what you do because of the passion and trying your best to make people like a scare or something, and putting what you have into it, I just feel like not enough people do that nowadays. And I definitely think it's necessary, to send people out the door with memories and of great times of that haunt, because you represent that haunt at the end of the day, Yeah. So if the actors are below par or aren't everything that it got hyped up to be or whatever, then
oh yeah, man, that's very true. And over here we got Matt the Clown and Finn the Human.
Hello.
Adventure Time.
Adventure time. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Oh, geez, that's funny. Hey, I know that room.
That's the other side of where Bear was sitting earlier before he went to
I know.
his room.
I know.
Ooh, Steven has a question. Is there a necromancer at Hell's Dungeon?
There's not a necromancer, but we do have a voodoo queen who may be on a little bit later tonight. That would be Megan. And our freak show leader might be on with her as well. They just made it back home from the haunt because we had an orientation, acting, and cleaning, and whatever the hell tonight was tonight. And we got things done and signed paperwork. So they just made it home. We're hoping to have them on a little bit too.
That will rock. What got
And,
you guys into haunt?
I'm sorry, real quick. Steven did something really fucking hilarious the other night, and I want to throw this out there because he was talking about how he's a story character, not a jump scare character. This motherfucker. I'm walking through with a group, to check things out on my own, just kind of see where everybody's at. And, he just got to give people the rules because his screen wasn't up yet. So he just had to kind of explain them real quick and, kick them through. And they were like, is it okay if we ask questions? And this motherfucker looks right at him and goes, that depends. Are they stupid fucking questions? And it was like, probably. He's like, then no. Then he just went right on with his act. That was like, he went right into it. And it was brilliant, man.
In my defense, I asked if it was a dumbass question.
Sorry.
Does the girl... I think this was... I don't know if that's the same group that the girl took her phone out as I was telling her the rule about don't take your phones out as she pulls her phone out. And I'm like, are you serious right now? You just pulled your phone out as I'm telling you, don't pull your phone out.
And that's the voice he does too. It's epic, man. I love it. It's a hell of an opener. Yeah, they're gonna have questions for you now, Matt and Finn. And you guys also, Steven and Ron, you guys will get more questions too. We're just getting people as they pop in, and then we're just kind of rolling with it and having fun.
So, I have a question right off the bat. Is it okay to consume Grandpa in any way, Matt? In any way?
Yes, sir.
He says, and this is the motherfucker that threw him in the trash can right after snorting Grandpa.
Snort, ate, all the above. Why did we snort that? Because it was fun. Fair enough.
It was a great year last year for Grandpa, and I need to just tell you right now, I went through so much Grandpa, I actually had to go and get more Grandpa.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Seriously.
That is like, wow. Nice to have you, Meech. How?
Hello,
Finn,
Meech.
I have
Meech,
never
you're
met you
muted.
before.
You have not.
How did you
I don't
get
even-
started, Hana?
Hello, I am Meech.
I think people don't recognize because he ain't got a rabbit head and some white long johns on this year.
When you started.
Yeah, I know. He's got a costume issue.
I don't know who you're also talking to.
What do you mean
Oh,
you
we're
don't know who
talking to
we're
everybody.
You not see who's all here, Meech?
He's lagging so hard.
So tell your internet to get its shit together, Meech.
It's my laptop. Hold on.
So,
Internet, get
I
your
do
shit
have a
together.
question for Finn.
Yes, they had a question for Finn. I think Jenny did.
Yeah, I do have a question for Finn.
Oh, okay, you both do. Okay.
So, well, my question
Oh, yeah.
is.
I just.
Yeah. Oh, Friday, go ahead.
I've
Pyle,
asked
you need to
you
tell your
3
internet to
times.
get the fuck together too. Yeah. Jenny's really trying to ask this question.
Go for it.
I've never met Finn before, and I wanted to ask them because I can't tell from my side of the internet what they would wish to be called. What got you started haunting?
I started haunting last year here. I worked here for Valentine's Day night, and that was my first night, and the only haunting experience I'd ever had up until that point. But I feel like I did pretty good, and it's just I came back because I have a lot of friends here, and it's just the community here that drew me back in, and I just wanted to come back. And my pronouns are he, him, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, my question is: you look kind of young. Are you like a teenager, or are you above 18?
I'm 15.
Okay. First, I thought, well, he's older, and then all of a sudden, I was like, I don't think so. So, but anyway, yeah, it's great to see all the different ages that go through Hell's Dungeon, and I will tell you that when I go through, I love seeing you guys work, and I will tell you every single time, if I ignore you and I'm going through, I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just my character is a total asshole.
Right.
But yeah, I was pretty sure, but just wanted to ask. And it's great to see that the younger ones are coming through. And oh, look, we have other people that are just walking into the frame.
I see a Kayla and a Josh.
I see a Kayla.
I see a Kayla and a Josh. We're literally, most of us are just here to haunt in different buildings, but Rylan had to leave us all, of course. And so did, and Meech wasn't here today, so they're special.
Yeah,
Everyone else.
This Raz is going everywhere all at once. That dope as shit. And I'm telling you, if you think
So the funniest thing is, I know where Raz is in the building, and I know where they are in the building. And I did know where Bear was, because I know how far away Bear's scene is now.
Not anymore. Well, I mean, now it's right by my office almost.
Right.
From
Yeah, 'cause
Stephen's
at the end of the haunt house.
background
Yeah,
sound,
we all in the same hall, just different rooms.
I am not far though. I live right up the street from the haunt.
Yeah, that's awesome. But
and Rylan, you're not that far either, are you?
No, I'm about 10 minutes.
Oh, that's where the fuck is Rylan? I didn't even recognize. I think did Rylan go home? Yeah, he went before me. I didn't even realize.
He should be back. He's joining my phone.
I didn't even recognize Rylan. His lighting is weird.
Yeah. His lighting is purple.
His lighting is purple.
His lighting kind of fruity.
He's
But-
fruit brute.
I'm really glad that you guys all seem to get along for the most part. I know that it's hard. The bigger your group is, to keep it a family. We work together because we want to be family group. I've worked for big haunts. I've worked for small haunts, and I know how that feeling can be. So that was one of the things that I love about being rejects, that every single person that works there, that takes the time, they're all rejects.
And we're up to about including security and sales staff. There's 100 of us motherfuckers running around. 100 rejects.
Oh wow!
I will definitely say I've seen a lot of my friends work at different haunts. One of my buddies used to work at Land of Illusion, and I will definitely say Hell's Dungeon, with the family that it has become, is one of the most tight-knitted, closest family of actors that I've seen in a long time.
And I like to think that we're also a pretty easy group to break into. You know, like we're not cliquish. You know, we just welcome everybody. Like, it doesn't matter if you've been here a day or 5 years. You get treated with the same amount of love and respect. That's just how we are. You're a reject. There's no higher status or lower status than a reject. You're just a reject, and your family. That's just it.
And you guys make me happy every single day.
I like turtles.
So
I like turtles. I like turtles.
I like turtles too. Don't touch
I
me.
listen to them 50,000 times a day. You guys think you get it bad? They get it really bad.
So I need to know, for someone that's never been to Hell's Dungeon or around Hell's Dungeon or even knows what Hell's Dungeon is, what is one thing, and I'm going to ask every single person here, what is one thing that you would really want someone to know about Hell's Dungeon? And we could start with Matt over in this wonderful corner here.
Yeah. Oh, there's Bear again. Woo! Abandoning us earlier, but he's back.
So did you hear the question?
Sorry, there's a lot going on.
For someone that's never been here, never seen the haunt, never even thought of anything, what is one thing that you would really want someone to know about Hell's Dungeon?
Actor wise or like customer wise?
Just in general.
Anything.
In general, passion.
If it's a actor coming in, or if it's a customer that's never heard of Hell's Dungeon, just one thing. What's one thing that you would really want someone to know about Hell's Dungeon?
We have a great show, and a lot of it would be I would just say how much passion we all have for the haunt itself. Like, everybody that comes in here shows how passionate that they are about the haunt, day in and day out. It's just great.
Okay.
Where did Ben go?
Anybody behind you want to answer that?
I see a Kayla.
Sorry, what?
Kayla.
I'm here. Hi.
So the question is there anything that you would want somebody to know about Hell's Dungeon that's never been to Hell's Dungeon or never heard of it?
We might scare the pants off of you while you're in here going through the haunt, but afterwards, I feel like we're literally the friendliest people on the planet. Like, we'll make you piss yourself, and then we'll hug you better afterwards, but we're going to laugh the whole time, too.
Don't let her lie to you. She's mean as fuck.
Meat.
Okay, what about you, Finn?
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty accurate, because, like,
What about you, Finn?
Can you pass and go to the next person?
Nope, there's no passing. You use your improv skills. You've been working hard on this. You got this.
What was the question?
I'll make you sing happy birthday if you don't answer the question.
Raz, don't do this.
what would you
So
doesn't know about Hell's Dungeon and has never been here to know?
Oh,
How would you say that?
well,
how we don't pay attention.
Yes, Listen,
We all got ADHD and a touch of the tism.
I
all
went
right?
on a side quest with this man right here. I just went on a side quest with him. Beat the shit out of me.
I am the
now need to go to
tism.
the hospital. I need several stitches. I need bone replacement surgery to continue living. But I would like to. Oh shit! I would like to tell people that, like, I'd like to tell people, and this is what I do tell my friends, that this is where you want to go if you are scared of haunted houses, because this is a place where I feel like this is what made me not scared of haunted houses. Because I used to fucking shit my pants walking through any haunted house that I'd be dragged into. But this has completely changed my perspective, and I feel like this place could change the perspectives of a lot of other people as well. So I guess it's like, yeah, this is where you want to be.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't-
Actually
yeah.
get to know the freaks
Yeah.
in the freak show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Now does Bear want to pop in here and answer this question?
What's up?
So I've asked this question 5 times.
10
No,
times.
no, I just want to make sure it's the same question. It's what would I tell somebody who's
Hey, get the dick out of your ear. What?
Yes.
Okay.
What would you tell somebody that's never heard of you guys, that you would want them to know about Hell's Dungeon?
Well, in the words of Fred Hearn, this is the best damn show there is.
This is basic.
You know?
Yes!
I mean, really, it's a great show. It's you know, if you want to be scared, we'll scare you. If you want to laugh, we'll make you laugh. And you know, at the end of the day, you're gonna have a good time.
Okay. So I think we covered everybody in that section of the rejects.
Yeah, we're on the Meech now.
The Mitch. One thing I would say about the haunt, since if no one's ever been through, is we like our freak show and clown section and the 3D clown section are the best sections we have in that haunt. My general opinion is I like the clowns and mostly just the freak show because I am a freak.
You are one of the freak shows. There's section
Yeah,
love here, so everybody's going to say their section is the best. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We tease each other about it, you know?
I support my section.
So we're going to go over to the next one that before he pops out of here again.
Yeah, tell Jay and McKenna to stop messaging you. If y'all are listening, Jay and McKenna, stop messaging Rylan. He's busy.
No, my phone keeps lagging. It's like bugging. I don't know what's happening.
Oh no, we can hear your phone buzzing and going off. We hear you. We hear you getting the messages. That's coming through. Just so you know.
That's happening too.
Oh yeah, that's why you're lagging.
So I don't know. I mean, as a first year reject, I mean, I already have so much love and passion for this place. It's crazy. But if I had, I mean, family night, when I was talking to my family about it, I told them, I was like, listen, guys, like, it's a pretty good haunt. I mean, I love it. And I haven't even seen the show yet myself, but I mean, the sections are all different. It all ties into itself. The actors themselves do a very great job at just showing like what this section stands for, I guess, if you will. Like, it wasn't me that time.
Okay.
No, that was Raz texting a group chat that Matt's in.
Yeah, because there's other people in that chat that haven't popped in the show yet. Yeah, that was me.
But I mean, I definitely feel like it's one of the most welcoming and most family-friendly haunts that I've seen in a long time. Like I said earlier, I mean, and it shows itself. I mean, all the actors show that. I feel like any one of us rejects would tell you that with a completely unbiased and coming straight from our hearts, just because that's who we are as rejects. Everybody gets rejected in life, and we want to be welcoming. We want to show our customers that if you need us to jump out of costume and help you, we will within the snap of a finger. Like, yeah, it's a haunted house. We're here to scare the shit out of you, but we're also here to show you that this is a welcoming place.
So I just want to say something. If you're looking down right now, are you reading the Fred Hearn play-by-play book on this? Because that sounds exactly what Fred would tell you. And
No, Rylan just knows it that
says
well. Like
that.
he knows it by heart, man. Like seriously, he wasn't even the first person we hired this season. Like he came in about halfway, through our preseason. But he's
That's
already taken
awesome.
it to heart that much. He just knows it that well by now, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hans really just sort of became a part of my, like, I guess if you will, my routine. It's a passion. It's a very strong passion that I've just sort of come to. I mean, I've been going through some stuff recently, and the haunt itself as a place, the family that's there with the support that they give and show is just, it makes you want to be there, and it shows you like, wow, I'm like welcome here. Like they actually love me, like for who I am,
That's awesome. So now we're going to kick it up, and we're going to ask this wonderful gentleman that is part of the Elliott Network the same exact question.
Well, if you're a customer, you can come in. You're going to be entertained. You're going to either be scared or we're going to make you laugh your ass off. That literally, especially if you come through my scene, that's my job. My job is to entertain you. If I'm not going to scare you, I'm going to make you laugh. It's that simple. And after Sunday especially, I was making people laugh. I was creeping them out with my stare and my, I'll walk right up in the motherfucker's face, to get that scare. You're going to hit me. You're going to hit me. That's simple. I'm going to tell you right now, I look a lot bigger in costume than I really am. And I come off a lot bigger, but you're going to be entertained, just don't be a dick.
Right.
That's simple. When you go to a haunt, don't be a dick. You'll be entertained, But as an actor, I'll tell you right now, it had been a few years since I've acted anywhere before I came to the dungeon last year. The last time I acted was with Dayton Screen Park, and I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't work for them again.
Oh, I hate Dayton.
My brother works
Hey,
there.
hey, we're not spreading hate.
Yeah, we don't do that. You
Dislike
always.
Dayton.
I understand.
We strongly dislike.
You shouldn't put down any other haunt because everybody has their own things. It's a community. So it's the same thing with every other community. And that's one of the things I say it on my show all the time when I do my haunt news and that. If you want to act in a haunted house, show up. Audition. Show up to the auditions. Show up to the haunt. Talk to the owners. Talk to the managers of the scenes. Talk to everybody there. Yep. It's a very accepting industry. It doesn't matter if you think you're good, if you think you're bad. We got something for you to do.
Yeah. And I will say when we started this whole process of this podcast starting, I reached out to a haunt that I know might not favor me, and I want to give them a chance for them to come on the show, even though I've heard some choice things coming from some of their actors towards our haunt. But I will never put a haunt down because every single haunt has something different. Mm-hmm. The only thing that ever bothers me with a haunt is when you disregard safety. That is the main thing because I want people to come through. I want them to be safe, go home. And that is the only time I've ever red flagged haunts is their safety record. And that's very important to me. But every single haunt, and the thing is, I love haunts. I can go down my list, and there are so many haunts. I've already wished them the best in the haunting season this year because some of them are already open, and some of them will be opening. Well, not some of them. Almost half of them will open this Friday, and it is crazy. OHA's got their list out, and it is such a giant list, and we're hovering around 113 haunts for Ohio. So 113 haunts, that might have went down a little bit, or they didn't do the check-in.
I will
A lot done.
say,
I think
Lot
it
of
did go down because I think it was 129 last year.
Right. So I don't
So-
know if everybody's not checked in, and they're just saying, hey, you know, but we also do have the pop-ups that will
Yeah.
start popping up. I mean, there is a few that popped up and we caught them right off the bat. There's actually one that is about 20 minutes away from me, and I never would have thought they would ever do a haunt there, but it's a haunted armory in St. Mary's, Ohio.
Yeah,
I,
but I'm not putting down. I'm not trying to put down Dayton Scream. It's not for me. I didn't enjoy my time the couple of nights that I worked there. I would say I wouldn't go back because, like I said, I didn't enjoy myself. My brother still works there.
Yeah.
I think he still volunteers there every once in a while. And even if I hated the place beyond a passion, I'm not going to put it down because that's not what we do in this community. It's
right.
You know, because
Yeah, Finn and Kayla.
we don't want them doing the same to us, especially not to put Hell's Dungeon down. Dayton Screen Part is a bigger name in this city, in this area.
They are.
And
will
if
say-
a bigger name starts going, hey, don't go to Hell's Dungeon because they suck or they're assholes or anything like that, that could hurt the business a little bit. You know?
Right. It's not like we're leaving Google reviews for them or like bad reviews, but no one here has ever publicly like done anything to disparage any other haunt's name. We don't review haunts. If we review another haunt, we don't give them low scores and we focus on things that we like. You know what I mean?
I will say,
and the thing is, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
All I'm going to say is that the Halloween season is a long season. We have two full months right around for people to go to haunts. They're not going to go to just one haunt. They're going to go, especially in this area, there's multiple haunts. There's probably 20 haunts within an hour's drive of Dayton, Ohio.
And if you come to Dayton, there's 3 right here.
Yeah.
It's amazing because you get to come to Dayton and go to 3 in one night.
And 2 or 3 of them are like two of the top are some of the top haunts in the country. You know, we're less than an hour away from Dent Schoolhouse. We're 30 minutes away from Land of Illusions. You know, it's
Carnage,
Fear, all these big major haunts within less than an hour. People are going to go to multiple haunts. So if they
Screams.
This is true. So, you know, if they come through Hell's Dungeon, they want to know, hey, man, this was awesome. I'd love to go to another haunt. Hey, Chainer's is over here. Hey, Dayton Screen Park's right up the street. There's another haunt right there. You know, Land of Illusions is close by. What's that new one in Middletown? I think Midnight Manor or something like that.
Nightmare Manor.
I'm just last time I heard it. The last year was the first time I'd ever heard of them.
Oh yeah, it's been there.
So yeah, but you know, you have all these haunts. Why not suggest them to go there instead of going to Kings Island and giving $1 billion company all this money for people just to stare at you?
And of course, don't forget Riverside JCs, who we're also in the backyard of.
I was saying, I will say I definitely think a lot of the improv that comes from Hell's Dungeon, just from the actors that I have talked to, I mean, it's not even that big of a family of haunters at Hell's Dungeon, but it feels like so many people. And just from the group that I have talked to, improv is amazing at Hell's Dungeon, for the most part.
I want to answer the question for you guys. We're never going to say we're better than any haunt out there. We're not. We're not here to be better. We're here to be us. We're here to be different. But one thing I'm going to tell you right now, I would put up our show against anybody's show. Anybody else's show, I would happily put up ours against. Not to say we're better, but just to say that people need to pay attention. People need to see what we're doing. People need to come here. They need to see it for themselves because what we do, while there are some similar things you'll find in every haunt, the way we do things here at Hell's Dungeon isn't like how anyone else does things. things. We're doing things that you guys haven't seen in the industry since like the 80s and 90s this year that we're not even talking about publicly because you need to see it. We're bringing back a lot of older things and a lot of community-based stuff that you just don't see everywhere. And that's what makes us different. You know, we're rejects. Our differences are what gives us that strength, you know? And yay, we got John and Megan.
Hi, John. Hi, Megan.
Hi, guys. It's my father.
And
Father, where are the rats?
So
one's currently in her cage.
where's Batman? Where's Batman?
I'm 13. Yes, and we're doing live. This is going to get out. We're doing live rats at the haunt this year, guys. So they're in the freak show. They all have names. They're amazing rats. They're also our pets. We take care of them very seriously. They have toys. They have nests. They have everything here in a giant cage and their own personal scene enclosure. They get treated at just as good as any actor here does. Probably better.
If I may chime in. I sometimes complain about my character is because of his face is half off.
Batman.
Yeah.
It's
Batman.
I claim that the rats bit my face off. I claim don't touch his rats because that's his dinner. But what happened to me? What happened to Michael in the cage? Michael in the cage, me having bit off.
You have to also explain that I am part lizard in my act.
Yes.
Yeah, part lizard. We have a cat person in the freak show. We have a lot of things going on in the freak show this year.
Yeah, why did you move my finger like that? All right, come on. Give mommy kiss.
And we have our costume department here in the building somewhere, and they've not even made a single appearance on anyone's screens today. So if you guys have a phone and you're in the haunt and you can chase down someone from costumes, shove that phone in their face because they're amazing.
That's funny.
Okay, guys.
Raz, why did I? Sorry.
We are going to take our 3-minute break and be right back. Okay?
Oh, yeah, hit the bathroom, guys. We'll be.
Of course, right as we get it in.
Greetings and shabibans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Redoctopus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh. And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Octopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
we're back.
Hello.
Dun, dun,
Yay, we're back.
dun.
And Friday, was that you down there today?
Where?
Down
Or was
where?
that somebody? Did they come by the haunt today? Because
No. Jenny
I'm in
Freddie lives in
Texas.
Texas. Yeah, she's in Texas.
well, then one of the moms looks very similar.
Thank you.
I think you might be thinking about
So-
Emery in sales.
So
I don't know. I don't know them, so
See that they look a little similar.
My question to Jax and Mambo: what has been your favorite haunting experience as an actor?
while you're thinking, care if I go?
Go ahead.
Well, right now, I have to say what I've been currently working on with my freak show, and the reason it's my favorite is I've put a lot of hard work. My hands are all tore up. My show has blood, sweat, and tears in it now. And the other night when we did our family and friends night, I was so proud of my actors that I almost cried because I didn't have to give much instruction. I told everybody what I was interested in, and everybody took it and ran with it. Even I even helped little Finn out a little bit in his scene, and just everybody's choreography and coordination together. I was almost in tears the whole first hour of our family and friends night. Happy tears because of how proud I was of everyone.
Nice.
I could agree with
Nice.
that. The really coming togetherness of everybody is just fantastic.
Definitely, man. Like going through there, like watching everybody do their acts and hiding behind the walls like I do, then actually going through 2 times. Like I got emotional because this is the time of year, family and friends, where we're all fucking up. Because, some of us don't know what our acts are. We're working with new people. Not all of our lighting and sound and some of our props aren't ready to go. But it's our test. And going through this year, it did not feel like family and friends night. It felt like we were already gelling in halfway through the season. It felt good. People were communicating. They usually don't communicate that well. Every section was tight. You always got things you need better. And of course, all our lights and sound weren't done yet, but they're almost done now. But that's normal. We don't get a lot of that stuff done officially until opening night. But it was beautiful to see. We got people that have never acted before that are getting mentored by the people around them that have been doing that this year. Like, again, we have almost 100 people that work here now, and it's fucking amazing to see that we're not suffering in quality and communication because we're growing. We're getting better. It usually doesn't work that way. Usually it's more chaotic the more people you add, but this year things have just gone a different way for us. It's like, where has this haunt been in the last, 4 seasons before now? Like, this is the year where everything's just coming together and everybody is just giving it everything they got.
Which that's awesome, and I'll tell you, it's not one haunt that has that problem. Every single haunt has that problem of trying to get everything clicked, trying to do this, trying to do that. And I'm glad to see that you have a crew that comes in there and starts working with stuff and this and that, because that's awesome. That's what you need, because when you have a crew come in there, build stuff, work together, this and that, what they don't understand is they actually get a lot more respect for their haunt and their scene when they go ahead and they have put the time, effort, and the capabilities into it.
Exactly, man. And we're going to have our bad nights. We're going to have our non-communication nights. We're all going to hate each other for an evening. It happens. We get stressed out. It's going to happen. But the difference is this year we have a better way to handle it when it does. And that's it. And everybody hits that. Everybody's got good years and bad years,
I've never been at a haunt where, I've been at one haunt that I've not had a problem at. And the reason I say that is because it was actually a traveling haunt. And they got a hold of us, and we would set up everything. And it was one night only, and it was a private party traveling haunt. So you would call, and these people would say, okay. And the money went to feeding the people, to paying for fuel, and set up and this and that. I mean, none of us got money. It was just to get the equipment there. And that was amazing doing that. But every other haunt, oh no, you're going to have good nights. You're going to have bad nights. You're going to have a seriously bad night where you're questioning who you want to pick off with the truck that runs through the woods. And you know what? If you guys care about each other, that is the best thing that could ever happen for you guys, is caring about all your family members in that haunt. Because when you care about them, that is what you need, because they're looking after your back, you're looking after their back. They're going to come up and they're going to call you out on stuff, but it's not a bad thing they're calling you out on stuff. But they are looking at you and saying, hey, maybe perhaps if you tweak it this way, it'll help out a little bit. And I love your guys' group for that, because I'll tell you, this year I officially got a paper that said I am one of the rejects. And now I have Budsy that he's wanting one of those papers. So he's going to come down there and he's going to fight for that right to be called a reject, even though we already call him a reject.
Dude.
What's the paper title? But yeah, I'm really always amazed at your guys' group for that. He's got to learn, because he gets claws this year. And
yes,
his claws, he's got to practice with them, because they are going to be sturdy claws that fit his mask. But yeah, that was my little rant on how wonderful you guys' group does, and how awesome it is, and how Raven, she loves to come down and beat you guys senselessly with pool noodles that she found.
Yeah, she beats the shit out of us. We love it.
But they do it to her. Here's a fun needle. Whack. So I will tell you, no joke on this. I got the invitation to come down to Hell's Dungeon for New Year's Eve. I brought my equipment and I cooked for them, and it was awesome. And it was great. And for some reason, there was a lap of judgment, understanding that we should stay until past midnight, because it is midnight, New Year's Eve. And someone tried convincing me that I needed to leave earlier, and I wasn't having it. But
nope.
It was really awesome spending quality time with you guys outside the haunt. But it's awesome spending quality time with you guys inside the haunt. And I'll tell you what, Friday, this is absolutely one of those groups that I love guest acting for, because they see the potential in a lot of different things, and they just don't look at somebody and say, oh, well, this is what you're doing, and cast them off. That's not what their haunt does. And, you know, I can't say enough about Hell's Dungeon. I guest act at Hell's Dungeon, Haunted Town Hall, Carnage. I've got permission to go to other haunts on top of that. Just got to make that in my wonderful schedule, and prefer getting a hotel room in some of these locations, because I don't want to drive back 3 hours. Ohio's bigger than what I thought it was.
Hey, Marie, what was your answer?
Oh, the coming together aspect of it all, like the family dynamic.
Okay.
Come together right now at Hell's Dungeon.
That was terrible. I love you anyway.
I'm terrible. Have you seen this
So
singing
how
voice?
do we
La
want
la.
to How did we want to do the ticket giveaway?
Yeah, we were supposed to do that. That was my bad entirely, but we got some tickets to give away for our opening night, which is Saturday, the 14th at 8 p.m.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Danielle. Hey, Keegan. And hey, Patty.
But we are going through all these comments because we have not really looked at the comments because we've been talking about everything.
I know. I know.
I didn't take it down. Sorry. Hi.
Danielle's
I was
amazing.
thinking
She's
about
a reject as well. Danielle was with us year one. She's a reject for life as well.
So you got some tickets. How are you doing that?
I know. What do you guys think? How do you guys think we should do this?
Well, you can I guess put up a phone and pick a number, and I'll mute myself while I tell people that they're caller number 3. Try again.
I do love that. I do love when you did the hotline. So give us a hotline number. Give them a hotline number they can call.
It's right there.
There you go. I'm gonna ask you to call another haunt to get tickets to my haunt because that's how we're doing it today. This is how much haunts work together as a community here, guys. This does not.
I love that idea.
So you have to be. What number caller do we want?
That's a great question. 5.
I agree with
All right.
Friday.
If you are the 5th caller, you're going to get a free pair of tickets to Hell's Dungeons opening night. So call the number down there at the bottom of the screen. Be the 5th caller. Don't be afraid. And whoever the 5th caller it is, invite them on too, so we can talk to them. You know, if they want to join, they don't have to, but if they want.
And I will say, I want to know who gets the free tickets because I will make fun of you relentlessly.
Oh yes, it's an extra special show
on Saturday.
Yep, it's a special show, guys.
Yeah. How ironic.
Hey, just think you're gonna get a soul for free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! I hear a ring. I hear a ringing.
Yeah, I turned it up. I might have to do that.
And don't mute yourself either, because it's hilarious when you answer the call. So don't even mute them. You need to hear it.
What, me
Hello.
going call?
Hello.
Well, since we only got 4 people, do you want to do the first caller? Because it might be the same exact person over and over and over again.
Oh no, let them do it. Let them work for it.
Yeah, make them work.
Yeah, make them work.
Work it.
These tickets you better keep calling, motherfucker.
Yeah, you will dial that phone 5 times.
I like turtles.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done that.
I like pandas.
What has been your favorite haunt exhibit at either haunt you've haunted at or been to? Let's start with Steven.
Favorite haunt exhibit? I mean, I had a lot of fun in the elevator last year. All that shaking for 2 months straight kind of jarred my brain a little bit. But when I was at Nightmare Mansion, we had a scene with an actual Dr. Satan mask from House of 1,000 Corpses. And when we were doing the mansion, we only had one person upstairs ever. There was only one actor upstairs, and we ran like during the day, like 2 at night, and then we ran the whole thing by ourselves, pushing buttons, scaring people, acting, all that stuff. But the way they had that set up was great. Where we could like hit the button, the body would jump up, and then we just stick our head out real quick. So yeah, that was probably one of my favorite like setups, honestly.
That is so cool. What about you? Sorry, continue, Steven.
I was saying it doesn't hurt that I'm a really big House of 1,000 Corpses fan either. So
right,
very true. Meech, what has been your favorite?
I want to say, since I have only been technically to 2 haunts my whole life and been working at one, I would say either it would have to be our 3D Circus or at Carnage. Oh, no. Yeah, Carnage. How they have like that whole, like, you walk around like it's a maze kind of thing. Like where they had actors, like how big their ceilings, how tall they are, and then they had the actors like running on the roofs and stuff.
I think he's talking about the graveyard.
I think he is too.
Yeah, the graveyard.
I was gonna say say the graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it's called, but I like the graveyard at Carnage. It was fun.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite graveyards.
I will say last year though, Jax and Mambo Marie went with me and Jennifer through Carnage, and Jax may have what's the word I'm looking for? Messed up one of the actors.
I knew he was gonna bring that.
I have never laughed
Dad,
so hard.
why?
Going through a haunted house, I have never laughed so hard than because we went through twice.
You broke her.
And he broke this girl.
Dad, why?
Oh shit.
Oh, I remember that. I have never laughed that hard. You want to tell? You want to say? You want to tell what you did, or should I?
You, because I can't remember exactly what I did.
So when you go through Carnage, you have to go through this kitchen scene, and the girl's there, talking about making a pie and everything like that. And when she asked us, if we knew what was going in the pie, and Jax straight up said, "Unborn dead fetuses," and this girl just stared.
You could see the character leave her eyes.
So she gets us out of there. We turn around. We all go back through. We're the last group of the night. We get back there. She does the same thing, and I go, "Hey, Jax, you want to go ahead and tell her what?" And she goes, "No, no.
She looked at me and said, "Nope, I don't like you. Get out."
And I fell out laughing.
That is hilarious. Okay. Marie, what has been your favorite exhibit?
I believe it's also at Carnage. I forget his name, but there's a guy that's just putting lipstick on, and he thinks he's a clown, but he's not a clown.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and the ironic thing is, we kind of stole that and stuck that at our haunt, and he begged me this year. Hey, I said, yeah. He goes, "Can we not do that again?" I said, "Why?" And I said, "It was pretty good." He goes, "Yeah, it was. Until that last lipstick of the season." I said, "What about it?" And he goes, "It didn't come off." I said, "Oh boy." And he goes, "Yeah. Went to school. Bright red lips." I said, "All right, Tank Engine, we are not doing that for you." And then I looked at him and said, "Hey, you want something easier?" And he goes, "Maybe." I said, "I got a drop panel." He goes, "I'll try that." So he's going to be in our drop panel unless we have him actually doing something else. I think he's kind of excited about that, but he actually might be a hobo. There might be a psycho hobo that is yelling at you because you are not taking his dishes away from his campsite. It's a possibility. It just depends on this one haunter, if that haunter is going to try taking this area, or if they are going to go to a different area, or what happens.
Yep.
Okay.
How many calls you got?
I ain't got none, and trust me, I'm working this system. It is on Chainers right now. It says call, and it gives the number. It says to win tickets to Hell's Dungeon right now. Caller number 5.
Because you're slacking.
Well, there's one person, and I bet it's Mona. Mona can call
there's
this
two
number.
people. That's the thing.
there we
There's
go.
actually a lot more than two. It's just you have to watch it from specific sources for it to show us that through StreamYard. There's a lot of other sources people are actually watching live on right now. We just get the short end of the stick on what we see, and we can
So
only
that
see
means-
comments in certain places.
Yeah.
That means that someone should dial the number to make sure the phone rings. And then that could be number one.
Okay.
The number, win free tickets.
Jax, what was your answer to my question?
Well, unfortunately, Meech stole my answer because I too loved Carnage's Graveyard. The sheer size and intricacy of it was fantastic.
The way the actors be running around in there.
Yeah. I just enjoyed Carnage just completely all the way through.
So much energy from those guys.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that's the kind of energy that I'm trying to get in my section this year. And from what I can tell, that my people are bringing it. But besides Carnage's Graveyard, I'd have to say my live rat display.
That is beautiful. What about you, Matt?
Oh, buddy, here we go.
Finally, Matt speaks.
From our hunt, it's definitely got to be Jackie is my favorite prop. Hands down, I love Jackie. Favorite section in our hunt might be switching up on my clowns because Main Street this year looks amazing. I love the plane. That plane is absolutely insane. But if I have to pick from another haunt, I'm going to go off the wall here and say Haunted Hoochie's opening scene. That thing is so messed up. It's so beautiful.
That scene actually sent my friend into a dark spiral because his friend basically did that at his house. And he did not know about that scene, and he was fine, and he thought he was perfectly fine. So trigger warning on that scene. Boy, that's a rough one.
So I concur. Today is the anniversary of my brother taking his life in a very similar fashion, and every time I go there and see it as their opening act, oh, I'm fine. And then for like the next 3 weeks, my brain is just. But I still go back because it is a great haunt that's worth supporting.
It's messed up in a beautiful way, just like a haunt should be.
It's a shock haunt. It's a very different style of haunt. That's the great thing about Ohio. You've got caves, boats, shock haunts, just trails, houses. There's just so many different kinds of haunts and different farms. I've seen haunted vineyards here in Ohio. Like you name it, it's here. You will find everything in this one state and shit you could not possibly imagine would exist here. We have things that are almost like the Loki equivalent to fucking the horror version of Disneyland in places.
Yeah. And the thing is, Ohio has so much lore that we can back it up with just about anything. There's literally a series of books called Haunted Ohio. I think they ended at 13. I don't know if they've actually ended that series or not.
I have no idea, but I know one of them is on my nightstand at this moment.
Yeah, I can honestly say moving to Ohio, I think one of the first haunts I got to go to was Wilmington Haunted Hollow. And
That's a great one too.
They take you on a school bus through the haunt to the point where, think of one scene, you actually have to duck down in your seat or your head is literally going to be taken off. Yep. And then at the very end, there's these two semi-trucks that are breathing fire, chasing the school bus, high speed. And I was like, how the fuck are they doing this? And it just blew my mind that, I'm talking like a literal high-speed chase through a field. And it again, Ohio, it's haunted. It's the haunted house capital.
The skill of those truckers. and you can actually take there's an inhibitor in the motor that stops it from going above a certain speed, and it is possible to adjust that to another speed if you know how. And the skill of those truckers to be able to do that, that impresses me. Because seeing a semi, seeing it, the Fast and
Enthusiast?
Furious thing where I can't
They
remember
would
the
go
word.
underneath the trailer.
No, where they slide sideways.
Drifting.
Seeing a semi drift, that is something that I have enjoyed watching.
So we have not got any calls, and I have played this system so well that I just took the post that I put call now to win caller number 5. I just threw it on OHA.
Okay.
And I have the ability to bypass the any things. So no one had to approve my stuff. So Max will probably be like, dude, what the heck? But as soon as we get number 5 or we take this out, I will delete that and it will disappear. But I do have 2 shares on it, which I think it's funny because we have 2 shares. And all you got to do is call to win these 2 tickets. So I'm telling you, next time we ever do this, Raz, we have to make sure that we pump it up and say, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We literally got done with our acting class and orientation and came right into it. And I forgot we were giving away tickets until over halfway through the show. And I'm like, oh, fuck. That's my bad.
which is perfectly
perfectly normal for me.
The people that watch this show, some people watch this show later on and this and that, and they're going to be like,
a lot of people do. Yeah.
And when you watch it later on, you can't ring the phone and win the tickets. That's the ironic thing about this.
You should still call and harass Pyle.
Go for it. Go for it. You will get the. Oh, I should probably change the announcement on there stating that we will be open on the 20th. My bad. So something like that.
Yeah, for you guys, yeah.
But
you know what we never did? We never sung "Happy Birthday" like we were planning.
That's good. We're fine with that.
We should do that. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Raz. Happy birthday to you.
I like
Just
turtles.
so you know, on podcast, we cannot ever link together because one person's talking. By the time it hits everybody, you are one space behind everybody.
It's like the first Harry Potter book where Dumbledore tells everybody to sing the school song at your own tempo, your own pace, your own style. And everybody's done, but Fred and George Weasley are doing like the funeral dirge. And they're the last 2 of the entire school to finish the song, and Dumbledore's just conducting. That's what singing a song together is like here, because we're all different.
Yeah, no kidding.
Exactly. And Danielle says happy birthday. And they recommend Wilmington's. They had so much fun, and the kids were screaming. I don't know where that is. But
That's Wilmington Haunted Hollow in Wilmington, Ohio. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. There is a Kyle. He is a part of our costume team, and his costumes are amazing.
Hi.
Hi, Kyle.
Crikey, it's a Kyle.
And Steve says, hi, Kyle.
Hey,
It's a royal Kyle.
And no one's even called for a joke.
I know.
No.
You guys- I will say we are trying to get to 8,000 likes on our Hell's Dungeon page. We are currently sitting at a little over 6.8 thousand, and we're growing to 8 this year, 8,000. So get your shit together, people, and go like the page. We probably know where you live. Probably.
I'm scared now.
You
I
have
just
my
want
address, Raz. You
That's
know
why I
how
said
to find me.
probably. It's not a defined threat. I just said probably.
So I do want to point out we did touch on this a little bit. OHA does a wonderful job of trying to tell everybody of every haunt, and they do come out with these wonderful lists. And this list was released today. The president of OHA sent me the lists beforehand and said, "Do not post these until I give you the okay." I said, "All right." And he said they are now posted, and now we can actually show. And this is something that Ohio Haunters Association does, and this is one of 4 of the lists. And if you look at there, it says Hell's Dungeon. I wonder where that is. Oh, it says Hell's Dungeons
No idea.
in Dayton, Ohio. And it even shows you not only where it's at, it also tells you what day it's open, and it says what day is the ending day, what day of the week it is open, and how much it costs. Because, you don't want to go into a haunt and wonder, well, did I bring enough money, or am I going to have to break open a credit card? So, yeah, these are really awesome. You just go to Ohio Haunters Association on Facebook, and they'll pop up, and you'll be able to see them. Personal note, I would like to thank everybody that makes those lists with Max. Max just looks at it and goes, that looks good. He does go and contacts the haunts, and he does say, hey, I just need to know how's everything going. So as much as we want to give him crud for him not doing as much as we want him to do, he is one person, and he does have a team that works on those. And I'm still going to give him crud as much as I possibly can, because being the president, you can do better. As he has been the president, I feel like there needs to be an election, because there was something else that Max did, and I just looked at him and said, "Are you serious?" And that's the story I'm sticking to, because he did do something, and
he's slashing prices this year on people.
What's that?
He's slashing prices on people's haunts this year, I heard.
Yes, he is. And you know what? Let me see if I can find. Oh, looky there. Looky there. I found that wonderful photo of. Hold on. Let's try this again. Because unfortunately, you can only load so many things before it says you can't load anymore. So this is a beautiful picture of Max that we've had here on the show before, and he looks all spiffy. Hey, I got a phone call. That actually scared me. Chainer's Haunted Secrets. Now they're going to mess with me, because honestly,
who was it?
And they I don't know. They didn't even say I like turtles.
Did you tell them I don't know? You got to work on this, buddy.
No, I said Chainer's Haunted Secrets, and I heard nothing. That's not fair.
Because that's why you put your number out there. Now you're getting.
No, as soon as they go and they say something, or I hear anything, I tell them their caller number, whatever, and then slam the phone down.
I didn't hear you say that this time, though.
Oh, there's number 2.
Caller number 2. Try again. And then slam the phone down.
That's 2, guys. That's 2. We're getting out there. Some people are calling. 3 more spots, guys. 5th caller is going to walk away with 2 tickets. Oh, there's a 3rd. There's a 3rd. There's a 3rd.
Caller number 3, try again.
Oh, that's caller 3. We're getting there, guys. Only 2 more possibilities.
Now I just can't say I am waiting for Saturday. I cannot wait.
We're all so excited. It's our first full day back as a family, you know. It's exciting as hell this time of year.
And I can't wait because I get to kill my voice again.
Oh, that's 4. That's caller number 4, guys.
Call number 4, try again.
Oh, you don't care about your name or your life. You just hang up.
We're just waiting on caller number 5 now.
Caller number 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, number 5.
Come on, lucky number 5.
Remember, you get to is that one of them rare opportunities where you get to have me ruthlessly mock you for free?
I'd pay for that. You could do that for free for me.
Hey, just come through the haunt.
I'm still considered Meg Griffin.
You gonna do the Peter Griffin at people?
He will too. Come on, caller number 5.
Funny thing is, last year, as the bunny, I got called Meg Griffin in the freak show. So.
Yep, he did too.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Oh man, it's too much fun.
Come on, number 5.
What?
Number 5.
Oh, I thought he said he was caller number
5.
I really like your wolf's meat.
Thank you. That's the funny thing is that.
What's the funny thing?
So if haunts had a special day where if they want if other haunt if I could speak. Imagine if some haunts if they had a haunt night where if the haunt actors would spend the whole day.
Oh, there's number 5.
Caller number 5, guys.
5.
Chainer's Haunted Secrets. Who do we have?
Middle of the fucking way. Come on,
Yes, we are. You're number 5. How can I help you?
Number 5. How can I help you?
The DMV.
The Texas? Oh yeah, absolutely. We can send them to Texas.
Ooh, a Texas winner.
Oh, absolutely. I will get those right in the mail. Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure I'll send them on Friday. How's that sound? Well, it sounds like a person that would like to get the tickets on Friday.
Friday? Did you call? I don't see a phone in your hand.
Well,
about
who is
Texas
it?
and Friday.
What's that?
Excited, guys. Let's say when tickets around here. Get your shit together, people.
Stephen Lear.
Oh, Stefan won them. I get it now. Texas.
Okay. So let me put you on. Let me put on mute here on my screen here.
All right. Congratulations to Stephen Lear for a set of free tickets for opening night. And if you can't make it for opening, I'll let you just think it's any night like we'll take care of you. But yeah, man, we're definitely excited. We got the music video for coming out next week. We got a lot of ads everywhere. Support Inglewood Cinemas where you can see our ads for every movie. We're out there doing so much. We got Have a Gay Day joining us for Pride Night, last Friday of this month. That's getting taken care of. We're out there with United Way at the golf course at Beaver Creek this coming Friday. At the first Saturday of October, we'll be at Hartley in Xenia. Kick off Freak Fest, which is going to conclude in a bike ride, a huge ride over to our haunt. So we definitely have a lot going on, a lot to see, and things you guys haven't seen since the 80s and 90s at haunts that you're not even going to believe we're bringing back. So you have to come check it out. I want to go around again real quick. Steven, is there any parting words you have for people?
Come to Hell's Dungeon. I am going to mock you ruthlessly. I am going to make fun of you. I am going to insult you. That is what I do. And I will make sure you laugh. You will laugh. You will scream. You will have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Just don't ask me any dumbass questions.
We could get down to
Why
Meech.
is it blue?
Meech, you got any parting words?
Huh?
Any parting words?
What those
I
words?
like turtles.
Fantastic. How about you, Matt?
Come on down to Hell's Dungeon and meet Props the Clown. We'd really like to meet you. Okay? And meet everybody else too, because they're pretty great.
Come join the cult of the Wendigo.
And
There
yes,
you go, Jackson Mamba
join
Marie.
the cult of the Wendigo. Wendigo, yeah.
Yes, the Wendigo cult.
You first.
I also have one more final parting word to say.
What?
Come on down to Hell's Dungeon and come eat your own truly freak show.
There you go. What you got for us, Mambo Marie?
I just want to wish all the hunters out there a great season.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to piggyback off of Meech here and say, come see our freak show. We got a whole lot new this year. I've even got live rats. That's dinner.
Live rats, a brand new organ player, a new dance number. There's crazy shit going on in that freak show, guys. Let me tell you.
Yeah, just don't touch the rats because they'll bite your face off.
Yep. And to think it started with just me in a hallway. It was literally just me in a long hall, and then we added a couple clowns in the back side of the hall, and that was it.
You might get lucky, and the night you come in, you might get to see our guest actor this year.
You might. Yeah, there's going to be a guest actor that's making their way through every section of the haunt this year. Who knows who that is? I don't. You'll have to come and find out. So come and pay every night. We're doing a season pass this year. We're doing an unlimited pass this year. All kinds of ways to experience the Dungeon Enjoyer. Definitely. Got any final questions, Ready?
I think my one final question would be, I do want to ask all of you guys, what is the one piece of advice you want to tell all haunters or new haunters that are wanting to learn something new? Let's start with Jax.
All right. Well, my suggestion is one thing that I've been telling my freaks this year. Think outside the box. And I'm not talking just, here's the box. Think over here. I'm saying take that box and throw it out the window.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Mambo Marie?
Don't be afraid to feel silly. If you feel a little silly, you're probably doing it right.
That is awesome. Matt?
Don't forget to stretch before you haunt, because you will feel it after you're done, and then even more in the morning after.
And a week later.
Yes.
20 days later.
And
Too
also,
long later.
just believe in yourself. Not everybody's going to start off as a great haunt actor. Shoot, I even got some more steps, and I've been doing it for 5 years. Just always have self-confidence in your ability to portray your character.
That is awesome. Michi?
My opinion, my advice to new haunt actors or something like that is never be afraid to try your best. Always making mistakes, you can always learn from them.
Awesome. Steven?
Honestly, the best advice I can give you is don't be afraid to try new things. When you start doing your act, if you don't like how it feels, if you don't like how it's going, change it. Change up what you do. Find what works, stick to that. Also, don't kill your voice. Don't kill your voice on the first night, because then the rest of the year is not going to be very fun.
It's true.
Raz?
Don't suck. That's what Loki, we do our opening night meeting before we kick everybody back there, and my parting words is always don't suck to everybody. This is a joke. Seriously, the haunt bags. Make yourself a haunt bag. In that bag, put things like honey for your throat. If you've got any special medications you need to take that. If you're a woman, there are womanly things you might need as an emergency. There's all kinds of things you could use. A trash bag, an empty Kroger or Myers or grocery store bag for you to put your trash in, an extra water bottle just in case it's an extra 20 minutes before you get ran one from the staff. Like any little thing that you think that you could use that you can put in a small drawstring bag. If you're good at sewing, bring a spare sewing kit, like an emergency sewing kit, so you can help people in the scenes around you. Just make yourself a little bag that you can hide in your scene every night.
Awesome. Pyle? Advice.
Well, I'm not part of Hell's Dungeon.
Liar, you are too.
You are a reject.
Yeah, I mean,
You're a haunter.
part of Grandpa's
You
all
haven't
over the
answered
haunt.
this
Remember?
question.
Yeah.
So the one thing I will absolutely tell every single one of my haunters, you're gonna screw up. Understand, because something ain't gonna work. You could be the scariest person in the world, but if your chainsaw doesn't start, you gotta keep going at them. Don't ever look at it and say meh, because meh ain't gonna work. You gotta go ahead and try. You gotta work on it. You gotta make yourself. You gotta want. This is the biggest thing. You got to want to make yourself better. If you do not want to make yourself better, you're going to end up popping out of a closet. You're going to end up because everybody else wants to do better, and you're just going to be cast off to the side because you're okay with that. We are not okay with it because we want to see what your capabilities are. We want to see you better no matter what. And yes, sometimes you get put in a place that you don't want to be. Still, try making it your thing. Don't give up. Make yourself better. I found out last year I am not good in a doctor room. Especially if I ain't got sharp objects. I'm really good with sharp objects, but my hands are tied. But that means that maybe perhaps I could do better. And that's what I wanted to do. So even though I failed at that scene so many times, I still did exactly what I possibly could to make it as well as I possibly could to help. And then I disappeared because I was doing a whole bunch of wiring.
Yep. He was mixing stuff at our hunt. We didn't have a Sean that night. We had a Pyle.
Oh, dude, I was like going in and it's like, oh, well, I can do this. Oh, I can do this too. Oh,
yep.
Well, this. Where's Sean at again?
Yeah, we are definitely past that 2-hour mark.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, it's been a blast having all you guys on here. I'm very thankful for knowing you guys. I'm thankful for the time that we could share on this podcast. And I know that when we get a chance, we're going to come down to Hell's Dungeon. I don't know how many cretins I'm going to bring with me, but we do have the creeper van, and we love bringing the creeper van with us. And it's funny seeing the creeper van pull up and it says Chainer's Field of Screams, and we're all at Hell's Dungeon. And if I get light bars on that thing, I'm turning on the light bars and letting them run. That way I can confuse everybody why in the hell Chainer's is at Hell's Dungeon.
Oh, hell,
We
man.
need more sacrifices.
We actually did the Hell's Dungeon chant at Carnage and Face Your Fears last year. I mean, it's the same, same thing. Everybody understands. Everybody loves it.
I also want to absolutely wish you all the best in a season this year, because you guys are going to start this Saturday. You guys are going to absolutely give it all you guys possibly can. There might be some people that guest act at your haunt, and I'm just hoping that they will understand why family is so important to you guys. So I wish you guys all the best this season, and I can't wait to bring Nightmares down to you guys and spread love and support for you guys. And Grandpa everywhere, all over the haunt. And I don't care. I swear I need to buy a freaking robot sweeper for Fred when Grandpa comes to visit. So, as we are coming to a close on this episode of Chainer's Haunted Secrets, and it's all about Hell's Dungeon, Raz, I'm going to ask you, where should they absolutely go to get as much information about Hell's Dungeon?
That's going to be our Facebook page primarily. Hell's Dungeon. It's easy to find. I think it's Survive Hell's Dungeon is the way to find it on Facebook. Or just type in Hell's Dungeon, you'll find us. Or our website is very informative. You can buy your ticket straight from there for both of our attractions, and that's experiencethedungeon.com. If you're interested in haunt training and other fun things, you can check us out on both TikTok and YouTube as well. Just, again, look for Hell's Dungeon. You'll definitely find us. And, again, we hope you enjoy it, because if not, we probably know where you live. Probably. I can say that because it's not definitive. We haven't been banned yet, so that's my proof.
And you like to wake up at people's houses because their mom makes great pancakes.
And
Yes,
I need somebody to replace the battery in their smoke detector.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead and replace your battery in the smoke detector.
And spay neuter your friends.
That's true. That's true. So I'm Pyle Hazard. You can find me here on the Elliott Network. You can find me on Facebook. Jenny, where can we find you?
I am found at Elliott. I'm found at Fakecorn. I'm found at Friday with the Library in the Blue Box.
And I know we can find Raz because Raz is part of the wonderful network here.
Yeah, the network, RazTSlasher.com, all the wonderful places where Jenny pretends to be me all over the internet. She's the number one Dr. Raz T Slasher cosplayer. You can also find me at my deck. So, good luck, everybody.
Hey,
And
Jen,
the last person.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Is this the blue box in question?
Yes.
Ooh, yes, it is.
So we also have this wonderful gentleman that has a show on every Friday over there. Is there any place that we can find you, you wonderful gravedigger?
Well, find me at the Bloody Binge Movie Podcast on all platforms: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and actually tomorrow night or midnight, I guess Friday the 13th, I'm doing a special midnight show this week. We're going to talk about the history of Friday the 13th, the superstitions, and then we're going to talk about Never Hike Alone, a Friday the 13th fan film that got a lot of traction, actually. It's very popular. It actually became very popular at one point. So tune in tomorrow night for that.
Nice. Is there anyone else that wants to give a shout out of where they can find you guys, or are we just going to find you at Hell's Dungeon?
Well, you can find me on TikTok at Johnny Zevin. That is Zevin with a Z. And I'm working on getting a little thing together to show some rat antics. So hopefully that gets me some recognition, or you can just you can go in there and listen to me rant about a few things back in the day.
Okay.
Being stupid drivers.
Oh man.
Does Mambo Marie have a place where we can find her on the internet?
You can find me at Hell's Dungeon doing voodoo.
There you go.
All right.
We know Matt's got some places you can find him.
Cracker Jack box.
He's the
But
prize.
You can find me on the Outlight Network as well, with Steven and Raz on Mats and Monsters in the next couple weeks coming up here on Wednesday. You can find me at Matt Props on all socials. You can find me as Props the Clown at Hell's Dungeon. And you can find me next to LA Nights, and yeah.
What about you, Meech? Where can we find you?
You can find me in your local Walmart parking lot. Or you can find me at Hell's Dungeon screaming at people or eating rats. When my father doesn't know.
You don't touch my rats, boy.
Oh.
Vermont.
That's my dinner, boy.
But you can just find me in a random parking lot.
I believe that we can find you at a random.
I'll just be randomly sitting there.
I'll be at your mom's house.
I knew you were going to do it. So I want to tell everybody thank you for watching our wonderful podcast here. And please, we are now clearly in spooky season. We have the right to say that haunted houses are now open. And there's 4 lists that I can show you that can prove when all these haunts are open here in Ohio. So please go out, support your local haunt houses, go see a big one. I know that I'm going to go and see a couple of different haunt houses this year. Some are open on Thursdays, some are open on Sundays. So if you're a haunter, go see one on a Thursday or a Sunday. Also, I want to tell everybody that Chainer's Haunted Secrets is doing the Nobu Trick or Treat once again. That means that you can come see me, or you can come see the Ghostbusters, because I know that's a lot more popular. The Ghostbusters are returning, and we are hiding stuff that are Ghostbuster theme all through the haunt for your chance to win big candy bars. And
full size.
We're also possibly doing a raffle. We're not quite sure yet, and it might be all the candy out of the concession stand out of the end of the year. So,
and what's your date on that again?
That is October 5th.
Like, what day of the week is that?
That's on a Saturday. Oh yeah, I absolutely should tell all that stuff. Saturday, October 5th is the Nobu Trick or Treat from 3:30 until 5. If you're here around the Shelby County area, if you want to travel, this and that, we have never, ever, ever ran out of goodies to send home. And in fact, we usually take those and we give them to people at Trick or Treat because trick or treat in our town is after our trick or treat no bill. You get to go through the haunt, you get to see what it looks like during the day, and if you want to buy tickets, honestly, I already posted this once. Max has declared that same day you can come to our haunt if you have that picture, and you can go ahead and get tickets for $8. But you got to bring the picture, so screenshot it, do whatever. I don't care. Bring up a picture of this. This is all to support the Ohio Haunters Association. Ours is a charity haunt. We donate the heck out of everything. When I say everything, I mean I don't like to have any money in the account when it comes down to this time of the year. So, yes, absolutely. Come see us. Come see Hell's Dungeon. And go find OHA's list. That way you can support your haunts here in Ohio. Or go out and find your own haunts. Friday, before we kick out of here, don't we have a Facebook group?
Yes, we have a Chainers Haunted Secret Facebook group and a new Chainers Haunted Secret Facebook page with a special email, chainershauntedSecrets@gmail.com.
Nice.
And can someone post something about their haunt on there?
Oh, while I was at the convention for Coburn's, one of the ladies asked if she could post the stuff about her home haunt. And I got her in the group, and she posted her pictures from her home haunt. We want to have it all.
Because this show is all about supporting the industry of haunted houses. If it's a big one, small one, home haunt, or if you're... But we want to make sure that everybody has time and everybody's able to post their own thing. So you guys all have a great evening. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to kick this out. Well, actually, Jenny's going to press the button here. But you already got the salute from Raz. So you guys all have yourself a great one. And go see a haunted house in this upcoming weekend. Wait. Matt's got something.
Come on, guys. Come here.
Finn, Junior, bud. Come on.
Come here, everybody. Who are we? Rejects! Who are we? Rejects! Where you at? Hell's Dungeon!
That's our nightly chant, guys.
So you guys all have a great one, and happy haunting this season.
You guys know later.
Bye, guys.